Hello, everybody. I'm Doug. Welcome to the Auditory Vinyl. This is another episode of New Spins on Old Vinyl, where I just take some old albums that I haven't listened to in a long time and give them a new spin. This series has been kind of cool. It's some of the records I haven't played in so long. It's almost like having a new a new record to the collection. Yeah. So the first one this week from 1976, American Flyer. This is a folk rock supergroup, I suppose. It's got Craig Fuller from the Pure Prairie League, Eric Kaz from Blue Magoos, Steve Katz from Blood, Sweat, and Tears, and Doug Yule from Velvet Underground. And it was produced by George Martin of Beatles fame. It's great folk rock stuff. It was their debut. I think they only did one more after this, and then they kind of went back to doing their own thing. It only made it to 87 on the Billboard 200. There's a shot of the guys. Also on here is they got Alvin Taylor, who played with Bob Welch, Elton John, and Eric Burdon, Sly and the Family Stones, and then Scott Edwards on bass, who's just played with tons and tons of people, from Cher to Tom Waits. But yeah, before there was yacht rock and Americana, there was these guys doing the folk rock stuff. And Eric Kaz, I think that's how you say his last name, he wrote Love Has No Pride, which is on here, but Linda Ronstadt had a pretty big hit with it, as well as Bonnie Raitt. Rita Coolidge also recorded it, and I think some other ones. But each guy contributed to writing or co-writing all the songs, and I'm not really sure who sings or if whoever wrote the song is a singer, because they all sound very similar, so I'm not really sure about the vocals. Yeah, it's folk. There's one of the songs, I think it's Queen of All My Days. That sounds like it could be a Jimmy Buffett tune. It's kind of got that island sound to it. But really, pretty good stuff. American Flyer. From 1984, Lisa Stansfield. Her album Affection. This was her solo debut. She was with a smaller band, which the name escapes me, but Lisa had their big hit on here was All Around the World, which was a gigantic hit for her. This album went platinum. She wrote or co-wrote all the songs. It's on Arista. There was also This Is the Right Time, You Can't Deny It, What Did I Do to You were also minor hits. This is really popular on the R&B and dance charts. She won tons of awards in both America and Canada and Britain. This was just a really, really popular album. I'd say she kind of got that sound like Taylor Dayne or Tina Marie. Seen him in a couple songs that kind of reminds me of Shaka Khan. Again, very popular on the dance scene, all these songs. And then she continued to make more albums that were also not so much radio chart friendly or whatever you want to call it, but they were all real popular again on the dance scene. So yeah, Lisa Stansfield. Back to 72. Sailcat, Motorcycle Mama. This was a kind of a one and done for these two guys, Court Pickett and John Weicker. Again, kind of that folk rock. The artist made like little drawings for each individual song on there. This one made it to number 38 on the Billboard 200 because of the title track. Was a hit song. It made it to number 12 on the Hot 100. These guys are from Alabama, so this was recorded down there in Muscle Shoals, and it's got some southern rock vibe to it. It covers folk, southern rock, kind of some hippie sound to it. There's a few instrumentals on here that kind of remind me of Grateful Dead even. Chuck Leavell is on here. He was with Yes. He plays bass on a couple tunes. Yeah, it's good stuff. It's on the Elektra label. Sailcat. Again, after this album, they kind of went their separate ways. One of them, I can't remember which one. One of them went on and played with, shit, I didn't write it down. No, I can't remember. But anyway, there you go. Sailcat, Motorcycle Mama. Oh, the Sugar Cubes with Bjork. They did a cover of Motorcycle Mama. It's pretty interesting. It's on YouTube. You can go check that out. Good album, though. I liked it better than this week's CD, actually, which Bonham from '89. This was their debut. Disregard of Timekeeping. There just isn't anything that really stands out on this. You know, it's Jason Bonham, John Bonham's son from Zeppelin. It's just your typical late 80s metal. The vocals, you know, the hit song was Wait For You. And to me, that's definitely not the best song on there. His vocals on Wait For You, just to me, they sound just kind of whiny, really. But it did make it to number 55, 200. They also have, what's his name? Trevor Redden from Yes, or he played with Yes in Yes's later years. And the guitar player, Ian Hatton, he went on and he played with Paul Rodgers and Sammy Hagar and a few others. But yeah, there's just nothing that really sticks out on this album. It's just kind of the same songs over and over, really. Bring Me Down is decent. but now I know why I haven't played it in a long time. The singer Daniel McMaster, sorry, he they did one more after this, and he was on that. But then he did some other projects. But he got sick and died of sepsis when he was only 39. So that's pretty sad. But and then Jason Bonham, of course, he went on to do all kinds of different stuff. There's a shot of the band there, and the bass player John Smithson, he kind of followed Jason Bonham around to a bunch of his projects. But yeah, like I say, just kind of your typical late 80s sound. Just not that impressed. Bonham from 89. So there you go. That's this week's edition of New Spins on Old Vinyl. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. It's football season. Go Cyclones. And enjoy the music.